Welcome everyone to the Exhale Awakening Midweek Exhale. I am Sharyn. I am one half of the Exhale Awakening. Marie, my partner in this, is away today, so I am flying solo. So the session is going to go pretty much how all of our sessions go, with a slight little change at the beginning. And I will talk you through that in just a moment. But effectively, if you're new to our space, first of all, welcome. We have a very gentle approach to our midweek exhale. It is a moment in time for you just to relax, unwind, and let the first half of the week go and prepare yourself for the second half of the week. So there's nothing really for you to do except for just follow the breath invitation. Now, everything that I'm going to invite you to do is just that. It's an invitation. If you don't feel like it, if it's not physically possible for you, then adapt and listen to your body. We have only one rule, um, one golden rule, so it's quite gentle, and that is to be comfortable. So whether you are sitting or whether you are lying down, just make yourself comfortable, and that is be comfortable in all aspects of your expression. So if something is getting emotional for you, you have the choice. You can either lean into those emotions or you can just let all your breath patterns go, just concentrate on kind of maybe through your feet and just ground yourself back down. So today, as I said, and a little bit more that I haven't mentioned. So we're going to go through 4 breaths today, and we intersperse those breaths with some silence and birdsong. Now, both silence and birdsong are really good for lowering the our stress levels and bringing us into what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system that has us in calm and in rest. Um, the silence allows us to build new neural pathways. So when we are quiet, when we are in silence, our brain gets to work and does all sorts of magical things. And the birdsong improves our mood. And the birdsong improves our mood for up to 8 hours. So some of that, certainly for me, and I suspect for you, will be in sleep, but still, I hope that it will make your dreams very, very bright and perky. So today, what breaths are we going to do? We're going to start with the breath of joy. And I'm going to demonstrate that in a minute because I'm going to invite you to stand up for this one. We're going to just get everything moving just a little bit. Then we will have some birdsong, which will allow you to make yourself comfortable, either seated or lying down. And then we will have some silence before we move into more birdsong to introduce the next breath. The next breath we're going to do is coherence breathing. And then we will have the silence and the birdsong again before we move into rectangle breathing. So I'm going to introduce some short breath holds in the rectangle breath. And after that, more silence, more birdsong before we finish with breath awareness. Just an invitation for you to just become aware of what has happened for you in the breath work. So, hopefully that is okay for anyone. You can pop any comments or any questions that you have into the chat box, and I will get to them there. And there are no contraindications as such, so no reasons why you shouldn't do any of these breaths, no health reasons why you shouldn't do any of these breaths. But we are all unique humans and unique individuals. So please remember, if any of them don't feel quite right for you, then just don't do them. Stop or adapt them, or just listen to what you feel that your body is introducing you to. So hopefully that's okay for everyone. I've talked a little longer and nothing has appeared in the chat. So I am going to, I need to do the thing like share the sound, don't I? Look what happens when I don't have Marie helping me, you see. So here we go. So let's make a start with the breath of joy. Now, the breath of joy, as I said, if you can, and this is available to you, I'm going to sit to demonstrate first of all. But if you can stand, I'm going to invite you to 3 short inhales. So you're going to inhale from your belly, inhale in your mid chest, and inhale in your top chest. So inhale, 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 and then we're going to exhale. Now we did something similar to this last week. So we did the sip, sip, sigh last week, but we did that laid down, and we did that without the arm movements. The arm movements are to sip, 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 and then down again. Now I need to move this. I'm going to demonstrate it stood up for you, and I need to just move this so it doesn't fall off my head. So hopefully you can still hear me. And we are going to go inhale, 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 exhale, come back up to standing. Inhale, 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 exhale, come back up to standing. Now you can do this. I'm going to come forward now. You can do this sat down. Just don't bang your head on anything. If you have a table in front of you like I do, inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Okay, so let's give it a try. So just on your next exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Stand up. Inhale, 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 exhale. You keep doing the movements. I'm just going to demonstrate the breath now. Exhale. And exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Well done, you're doing great. And you can still do this if you're seated, just 3 sips on the inhale and a sigh on the exhale. Just 1 more minute, so you've done super well. See if you can manage another minute. If you can't, then just take a seat or lie down whenever you're ready. Almost there. Beautiful. It's a beautiful exercise to do first thing in the morning, just to welcome the day. There we go. Well done, everyone. Just finish the round that you're on. Beautiful. And now, as the birdsong plays for the second time in this session, just making yourself comfortable, whether that's seated or lying down. You might want to have a blanket with you, or some water maybe, whatever you need to keep comfortable. Just notice how you're feeling in your body as you've moved around and engaged your breath in that way. Just noticing what you feel. Don't rush, you've got plenty of time to make yourself comfortable once again. And just become aware of your natural breath rhythm, so there's no need for any change. We're going to move into a couple of minutes of silence shortly. Just allow yourself to be. Just notice anything that becomes apparent to you, but there's no forcing, there's no struggle to find anything. Just be. And as the birdsong gently brings that first silence that perhaps you've experienced today, just notice how it felt to just spend 2 minutes in silence. And perhaps it's not your first time, perhaps you find pockets of silence throughout your day, and maybe you might reflect on how that one felt different, breathing in community, in silence. And for the next breath, I'm going to invite you to coherence breathing or harmonic breathing, which has been the focus in our community this week, the breath of the week. And your invitation is to match the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. Through the nose if that's possible, but if breathing nose, mouth, or just mouth feels more comfortable, then whatever feels good to you. And you can keep those lengths, you can count them. And we often use our fingers, so finger and thumb coming together to count up to 4, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. Well, that might be too much for you, and you might feel like 3 feels better today. Or actually, you might feel like it's not long enough, and you might want to go to 5. Whatever you choose, balance and match your inhale with your exhale. And this will settle your nervous system and bring you into rhythm with the breath of the earth herself. Finding your rhythm, counting, using your hands, or maybe just your instinct. Matching your inhale with your exhale. Remembering to make yourself comfortable and choose the rhythm of the coherence breath that suits you best, matching your inhale with your exhale. as you settle into the rhythm, just keep noticing what your breath is asking. Do you need to reduce the count? Or can you perhaps increase the count as you settle into the rhythm? Just responding to what your body and your breath are asking for. Gently matching your inhale to your exhale in the way that feels most comfortable for you. We're into the last minute now before we join the silence once again. On your next exhale, just letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. Beginning to welcome the silence. And as the birdsong begins again, just noticing anything that was different. And also noticing anything that was the same as you move through this breathwork. And for our next breath, we are going to breathe with the rectangle breath. So this still requires a little bit of counting. And I am actually going to lead you in the count. Now, as I do that, when you get settled, try it. See how you feel. See if you can stay with me. But if you feel like you need to extend or lessen any of the counts, then just remember to keep the breath rectangle shaped. So we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. So join me on your next exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2. I'm going to leave you to continue in that rhythm or to find your own. Remembering to keep your hold shorter than your inhale and your exhale. And remember to adjust the breath if it doesn't feel comfortable. Just paying attention to making the inhale and the exhale match, and the two holds shorter but matching. Drawing that rectangle in your mind as you breathe. in the last 90 seconds now, so if your mind has wandered and you've let the breath just fall away, then perhaps come back again. Inhaling for 4, holding for 2, and exhaling for 4, and holding for 2. And on your next exhale, just letting your breath return to your natural rhythm and enjoying the silence. And as the birdsong gently pierces the silence, just reflecting on how this one felt. Just noticing what's moving through your senses, through your body, as you allow space, as you allow a gentle pause. And in this final track of the breathwork, I'm going to invite you to breath awareness. For those of you who have breathed with us regularly, tends to be how we start our sessions. And we bring consideration to all parts of ourselves, We bring awareness and focus to all parts of ourselves and to the breath. So you can leave your breath unchanged, just your natural rhythm. But bring your attention to your body, remembering how it felt to move and to engage with your body at the beginning of the session, and contrasting it perhaps to how it feels to sit or to lie, gently breathing in this moment. You might reflect on how you feel. Noticing what is different and noticing what is the same. You might turn your attention to your thoughts, noticing perhaps if anything that you arrived with has lost some of its charge, maybe has diminished somewhat in importance, as you just gift yourself this time. To allow your mind to rest for a while. To let your thoughts meander in and meander out. We're about halfway through the track, and you might spend this latter half just noticing your breath. I wonder how many different things you can notice. Maybe the warmth or the coolness, the temperature of your breath. Perhaps how it differs on the inhale to the exhale. You might breathe a little through the nose and a little through the mouth and notice the difference. And you might feel your body move, expanding on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. And not only your tummy and your chest and your shoulders, but your sides and your back as well. We have a little under a minute left before we move into silence once again. And as the birdsong begins for the last time in this session, taking a moment just to reflect on the whole session. on how you felt when you arrived, on how you feel now, and the ups and downs that have happened in between. And gently beginning to deepen your breath, maybe sighing a couple of times. And perhaps with the sighs to introduce a stretch, bringing some movement into your fingers, into your toes, maybe tapping your toes on the floor a little bit, maybe shaking your arms. And giving some gentle taps to your body, strokes maybe, and hug, self-hug. And if you're laid down, you might want to think about turning onto your side gently before you sit up. And when you're seated, or if you already are seated, perhaps gently blinking open your eyes and taking a look around the room that you're in. Reorienting yourself into your space. And remembering that you are in a Zoom room with lots of lovely, lovely people. And while you're just coming back to yourself and the recording is still going, just to let you know that the recording of this will go up in our own community, the Exhale community, and you can sign up for that for free. And the link to that, if you are listening live, is in the chat, which is to one side. And if you're listening on YouTube, then you'll be able to hear the recording of this without ads by joining the community. Our next longer breathwork, Anchoring the Exhale, is on Friday. So a week on Friday, not this Friday coming, the one after, the 24th of October at 7 p.m, and that's 2 hours. Our next deeper exhale, which is a 3-hour workshop, is on Sunday, the 9th of November at 6 p.m. So note there, if you're a regular, the change in date and time. We're now moving to the second Sunday of every month at 6 p.m. in the evening instead of the afternoon. And if you've enjoyed what you have experienced today and you would like to leave us a review, we do love receiving lovely words. And the link to our directory listing is there in the chat. And I can see you all coming back into the room whilst I'm speaking, which is great news. So I'm going to now stop the recording and open the room up to for you to share your experience if you wish to.